tournament, and their opponents are not even a tiny bit on the way out of the tournament. So they got work to climb, but we'll see actually if they can get anywhere with the pistol round starting right now. A 3-man stack on B site right now, and they're playing Banana very aggressively.
Yeah, it hasn't worked out so far as Wonderchild takes him out. Olafmeister with that Glock headshot onto Kev as well. All across the map, just wreaking havoc. No strategies needed. They're just running in, winning those one-on-ones. But the strategy called out is a quad app split. Tensky's going to be defending apps. Gets the one, but just the one as Devilwalk can stand it in. The coach runs through the smoke courageously and gets that frag. But here we are now in 2-on-3. This is retake City. This is retake scenario here for the Danes. Let's see if they're going to be able to pull it off. Not easy. Not an easy bomb site to retake by any means, especially with a man down. So it's not going to be a task that they would want. Hunden does get the first though, as well they now know where MSL is, and the bomb time has gone down an awful lot. So,
that was close there at the end, but MSL no dice, and it will indeed, as you say, be Fnatic picking that one up. Flusher not going down at the end, and time for some buys to come out. An MP7 picked up by Flusher, and should just be a fairly standard eco bash though. CZs, no armor, a couple of smokes on the side of XMG.
Yeah, never underestimate them though. I mean, I made that mistake a lot.
CZs, but
yeah, but no, you're right. This should be Fnatic's round.
Quote unquote.
So exactly. So we'll see how they take it. They are taking it slowly, which is the play that I would go for as well. Use the range, gather up like a Roman turtle, turtle with the shields all together, and then the best XMG could hope for, and that's if you're all stacked together, it's just a return frag. You're not going to get more than one if there's 5 members there. So that's exactly what they're doing. They're going to go up middle. They're going to poke in gently, slowly, feel their way in there, and they will be contested eventually by the guy in Arch, but it wasn't much of a contest as Olafmeister does take him out with ease with that P90, and now they've got control of Arch. It's just what they want to do with it. Are they going to wrap, or are they going to go to B?
It looks like they're going to be going to B, and MSL is going to be the one to try and head him off. He's got the CZ, he's got the position. Can he take more than one? No, he cannot. He will take Devilwalk. That is your lot, sir, says Fnatic, and now they're going to march very easily onto the bomb site. Olafmeister takes Hunden, and this round is pretty much a dead cert at this point.
Yeah, Olafmeister just enjoying himself with that P90 in CT spawn.
3 kills, best weapon
Pro
in the
90.
game.
Yeah, you said it. Actually, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, it's like, I think on Inferno at least, it's kind of arguably a viable weapon, which even in pretty high tier play, which is where normally it's just like, just buy the P90 no matter what, and you are qualified for silver. There we go. But,
yeah. No, well, it's
an gold, I guess.
SMG. Speaking of like anti-eco rounds, it's a fantastic gun because it's got a lot of bullets, and it's very effective when you're spraying it. So if you're being rushed down by a lot of players, it's a brilliant gun to have. Kevin Existence from Titan, he actually uses the P90 on some maps in normal gun rounds. So yeah, it is a viable gun. If you wean it into your setup though, you can't just buy it and expect to hold everywhere with it. You've got to be positioned in a close quarters kind of area on the map. But hey ho, we're overthinking it. It's only an anti-eco round. 2 points, 2 rounds on the board for Fnatic, and another eco round coming out from XMG. So having won gloriously overpass, they're struggling a little bit, but it's just eco rounds, so not really that indicative of what we could expect, but not getting much done in the early stages of Inferno.
Yeah, no crazy anti-ecos so far, and Fnatic are looking to make sure this doesn't happen, of course, as Flusher pushes out near Arches, but doesn't actually get anywhere with it. Smoke is good, and PNX will stave him off. So now the rotate is on, and MSL is the only man here. But smoke is your friend, and CZs also help you out, but it doesn't look like that's going to deter Fnatic for much longer. However, they are going to lose a man. But he gets one, though, for his... No. But he gets one for his trouble there on the side of Hunden, and that should still be the round for Fnatic, but they've lost 2 people, so maybe not the ideal for them.
Yeah, they forced the B play, and the smoke blocked them off, and by that point they'd already made so much sound that the rotate was already initiated. Hunden came in, and he got that one frag. Oh, spinning round. Olafmeister takes the head off PNX, and just damage control, really. They don't want to drop any more guns. They don't want to have to spend any more money on the rebuys. So Tensky is kind of just tasked now with getting some frags. I thought he might be going for the ninja. I never see that anymore. But he's not. He's just trying to get some frags here, I suppose. Or keep them on the site so they die that way round. But neither of those things do come to pass. And Tensky is going to survive with the CZ. He's going to try and run and get a gun, but it's not going to happen. And here we go. First buy round of Inferno. It's the big one. And Fnatic are very, very rich. So a lot of good eco rounds already built up their bank. And XMG are pretty much exhausting their funds to buy. So if Fnatic pick up this one, it could be worth 2.
Yeah, indeed. Olafmeister is actually going to stick with that P90, so he's got plenty of bank to fund them if things go wrong. Now, it's obviously a lower risk thing here for Fnatic, but they're still not going to want to let the round go. The slow and steady is the race right now, though. Apartments, Devil Walk. And he's just going to keep pushing out slowly, take control of it. Then maybe they can look to turn that into some pressure elsewhere on the map.
Yeah, plenty of time on the clock. Just feel them out, see how they're playing it, and they're playing it very standardly. There's only 3 on A and then 2 on B. It's like the classic setup. And here we go. The bomb is going towards Banana, so looks to me like it's going to be a B play. Good entrance from MSL, tiniest of gaps, and he made it work for him. And he waits a long time before moving over because he's expecting kind of a guess shot through the smoke. So that's clever. Little side note, but clever from MSL. And he doesn't drop. So he's got the frag and he's still alive. And the smoke is now preventing the play. And it's winding down the clock. So very well done here from XMG. Simple things. Oh, look at Olafmeister. He's in middle, yeah. And he gets the frag. So can he get another one? No, he can't. So I was going to say that was dangerous. But the remaining players of Fnatic all on Banana. So let's see if they're going to be able to hold this B bomb site.
Yeah, smoke's not going to last much longer, so they're not going to be held back that much longer. However, MSL is going to return fire as soon as they even think about pushing in. And this player is going to be forced, but there's a man on site. There's men returning to the B. And MSL is actually going to find Flusher on his way out, leaving the bomb. JW abandons ship.
Yeah, the time was against them there. They took too long, but that was because of the smokes being used so well on the Danish side. So actually testament to their CT plays. That was very nicely done indeed. First buy round going their way, and that's a good sign. This is a CT-sided map. A good sign for them, you know. A good sign for the neutral perspective, because I'm almost worried that Fnatic will come into this map totally different and kind of run away with it. I'm still not a believer. I'm sorry. I'm still a bit cynical of XMG because I still think Fnatic are just a lot better. They've got more experience. You know, they're one of the best teams in the world. I'm sure this is online, but it still means a lot because whoever loses this drops out of the tournament. So there is something on the line here, and you'd expect Fnatic to really step up their game. But yeah, nevertheless, a good round from XMG, and it's 1-3.
Fnatic are going to be pushing up mid. They have control of top. So, Olafmeister pick up one coming from the balcony. He's actually going to struggle on that front. But XMG are a little bit caught out here. Well, not too badly, but they are actually just going to lose some men, which means your rotates be damned. You're still going to be at a disadvantage after that one. Hunden has been smoked off his only approach. Is he going to just ignore it? Yes, he will, and he'll get cut down for his troubles. And now it's down to Tensky trying to hold on to the site, and Fnatic. This should be theirs, and it is.
Okay, sorry, XMG fans. I might just curse them there. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm talking about. It's like a ticking time bomb. I think Fnatic kind of just need to get going, and then you know. But I hope it's a close game, and I hope XMG can carry on the trend of performing. And that first buy round for them was a solid round. But they lose the second, so that's going to put them, unfortunately, for them on the eco. So we're now expecting to see a 5-1 scoreline, providing the smooth conversion from Fnatic. But it's something they're good at because they play it slowly, they're methodical, they don't rush anywhere unnecessarily. And look at that, just with a grenade, they take down MSL. So they look to be in control in this round. And 5-1, by the way, is a very good scoreline to have in these early stages because it is a CT-sided map. So.
Fnatic have got control of B site as well this time, so this eco ain't looking so hot, and XMG are likely to go down to that 5-1 mark as you mentioned. Definitely, I definitely feel like XMG have generally still been fairly solid tactically. Their rotates have generally been on time, but Fnatic have been catching them out individually. Tensky going to try and return the favour, but gets one. He does drop for his trouble, so not a bad trade right at the end, but not really a drop in the ocean, if you will.
Yeah, that's exactly the same that came to my mind as well. Kind of irrelevant, wasn't it? I mean, Fnatic's bank is pretty huge, so they're going to be able to buy no problem. JW got the orb still, everybody else AKing. You know, it's interesting, little side note, that Fnatic these days, they kind of rotate the orb round. It's JW and Olafmeister, they kind of share it, which is, I know, it's an interesting new development. Obviously, they brought in Olafmeister and Crims quite recently, and that's kind of what they've gone with. Olafmeister does share the duty sometimes with JW, so there you go, nice little observation. But 5-1, and here's another buy round, so a big buy round for XMG. If they do not pick up this one, it's starting to get out of control, because they would probably be on the eco, and Fnatic would be on 6 rounds. JW's got the angle, and he makes it work. Kev drops, probably a bad idea facing JW with him having the angle already. Definitely discouraged that one, but they've got mid control. JW's just going to town, and so is Flusher over on Banana. Hunden does get 2 though, so he answers back, gets the orb, doesn't get anything else, and 3-on-1. I didn't see that. What did Hunden do? Something awesome?
Yeah, I mean, he just ran out from arches from CT through the smoke into 2 people, and then came out with 2 kills anyway. So it was, I think it was so crazy it kind of caught Fnatic off guard. But I just wanted to note, like, I really liked Fnatic's little play when they were pushing up to take control of the top and mid, grenading, because they knew they were being covered from both sides. They grenaded the quad, and at the same time pushed out and got the kill on 2 archers. Just, you know, just small things, neat little synchronization.
Yeah, I like the small little things, because it shows that they're working well as a team, and it shows they've got communication. It is the small things that make a good team, things like that. So if they're doing that, it's working well. The fast they... Oh, I was going to say, they went off a little bit quickly there. Tensky nearly got them both, but it didn't happen. Wow, look at... Oh my god, look at Flusher's health. It's 2. He's dead.
He's not anymore.
Had Tensky got that frag, he probably would have had time to defuse. That was close, you know.
Could have been a very, very clutch turnaround, but as it is, it's going to be XMG forced back onto the economy, back onto the... I was going to say a phrase that I'm not sure is entirely PG, so I'm going to just cancel that in my head. But they're going to be okay for now, but not really looking very good. 6-1 against XMG. And not even got the economy to buy more than that 1 rifle that they saved. Means they're going to be in tough straits for this game.
Yeah, I mean, an average scoreline 10-5, so them being on the CT side, having performed very well on Overpass, you would hope that they would start getting a few rounds on the board. But it's not really working out for them. Fnatic just seem to have their number wherever they go. They're winning the Angels. They're not really doing anything that miraculous tactically. They're not throwing them through a loop that way. They're just hitting their shots and winning the Angels as Devilwalk wins another Angel. And another, nicely done, good work from him. And that's going to pretty much give him the entrance. But what's this? Tensky is sitting behind the bomb site, gets 1. Can he make it into a close situation? No, he can't. Just the 1. So, just like their round score, is only 1, which is pretty measly. Fnatic in the driving seat here with a 6-round oversight over their opposition on the harder side. So, yeah, looking quite bleak here on Inferno for the Danes.
Obviously, the standard explanation for why Fnatic didn't do so well on Overpass is that they were just warming up. They just got out of bed. I mean, I don't know what their sleeping schedule is like. But it wouldn't be the first team to have a very, very strange one. But it's also possible that it was just they were not really very prepared for Overpass and only picked it out of this kind of sense of hubris, and they maybe even wanted just to get some practice playing on it with their set plays, and XMG actually had their number a little better than they did. London is going to be trying to return some fire here, and it's actually a 3-on-3 situation, so this is a little closer than I've been making it sound.
Yeah, I mean, oh, nice shot from JW. I was going to say next frag crucial, and it went the way of the wonder child that is JW with the AWP hitting his shot. So that's going to give them the very best of chances to win this round, because Tensky now has been spotted out in ruins. He's going to be challenged. Ooh. And he gets the frag onto the Wonder Child, and Devil gets caught off guard and still gets the frag. PNX, by the way, is performing terribly. I know it's a critical point, but he was on 0 for a lot of rounds. I can't get my scoreboard up, but 2-on-1. Tensky just delaying the inevitable, and the inevitable being Fnatic picking up another round. And Yeah, he's on 1 to 8. So I mean, some of the guys on XMG really need to step up for me.
Yeah, PNX was very, very good on overpass. It's probably worth noting. Like, he was probably the only guy at all that was winning any aim duels against guys like JW or Olaf. But now he seems a little bit bereft of direction, and he's going to be taking his new path up to Boiler. Olaf Meister is actually just sprinting straight up mid, which was punished. So, you know, good start here for XMG.
Yeah, handed that. We got handed it on the plate. Nice shot from JW. But you know, that's a worrying sign, quite honestly, that he's doing that, because that just shows confidence. Like, overwhelming confidence. That's just, it's a silly play, but he's feeling so confident with his aim right now that he thinks he can do it. And like I say, that's a worrying sign, because this is the Fnatic that we know. This is the Fnatic that have got up to speed, and they've got that steam behind them, and they're doing those silly things because they're just feeling so good with their aim right now. And yeah, I can't stress enough how worrying a prospect that is for the Danish side. And I mean, obviously they're 7 rounds ahead on the harder side here, so they've clearly come into this map refreshed, and they're hitting their shots, and they're looking very good. As Flusher returns with Tensky, 2-on-2 actually. I mean, it's possible, but Devilwalk with the CZ headshot, nice aim from him, is going to take down PNX. So that's something I should pick up on, actually. Devilwalk isn't in the core roster. He got kind of kicked out. Well, he got put into the coach role. Schneider got kicked out. But he's come back, and he's actually displaying some very good aim. So he's clearly been going on the deathmatch in his spare time, and he's still got it. So he's performing well. And Fnatic on Inferno certainly performing well. 9-1.
Yeah, of course you've got to even to be in Fnatic to be kicked out of it, as you put it, you still have to be a phenomenally good player. You will only take the best, but Kev is going to be the first one to draw blood this round, and that's actually a pretty good start for them once again. XMG need to convert that though. They are desperately gasping in the desert for rounds. And just haven't had much luck so far. They've got to keep Fnatic just crushed in here. Not let them get any ground in which to get those picks. They really don't want one-on-ones.
That's true, and the answer to that is play passive. So they want to just sit back, get the crossfires, and make Fnatic come to them, and that's kind of what they're doing. They're peeking on Arch, but that's because there's 2 of them and Kev's got an AWP, so that's fair enough. This is standard play. But what's this? There's a terrorist already in middle, and Pronax takes down the only defender of the B bomb site. That is not good. MSL should not have been so far up on his own. That's a misplay, and that's the kind of play they can't afford right now. With Kev getting the opening, they should have been playing it a lot better. And it's just not going to cut it against Fnatic. And now Olaf is pushing down, takes down PNX. 4 versus 3 retake scenario. They should just consider saving. But the rounds are getting so you know, out of control. Yeah, exactly. They have to go for it, but it's not looking that likely. As 3 plays 2, and Kev's.
Yep, they just get cut down very, very easily there. And Fnatic put themselves up to 10 rounds to 1 now. Looking dodgy.
That Banks just they've just been invested in by a sheik or like a BP company or something. They've got a lot of money behind them. So they're on 10 rounds. They're looking very, very good on Inferno, and I kind of expected it. Even though they did pick overpass, actually you made a very, very good point. That they might just be wanting to practice it. I mean, no disrespect to XMG, but they would probably feel they could win the other 2 maps anyway. Devilwalk just carries on spraying. Gets the frag onto Tensky. 4 plays 2, and Flusher, who really has been on point tonight, gets the entry once again, taking down the man on Banana, which was Hunden. So 4 plays 2. And yeah, maybe they just wanted to practice overpass, and this is kind of it's resuming the normal order of things. This is Fnatic, you know, they're back on point, they're playing Inferno, they're here to win, and they're truly doing that right now. As Kev is just going to try and save this M4, and it's probably unlikely he'll even be able to do that, as they're already
trying to hunt him down, but there's a lot of ground to cover. I don't want to be too aggressive about it. Kev is facing the lifetime difficulty of, do I kill the party chicken? He is not paying attention to what
He's
could
gonna get
well be
killed
behind him. Devilwalk is behind the door. Is he going to turn? Yes, he will actually get the kill and not die immediately. JW wanders around the corner and doesn't get the kill either. So just stare at the chicken and you will receive the ability to then win a 1-on-2 scenario, I guess, technically. He kind of came out better there.
Do not take that tip home with you, people. Do not use that.
Stare at the chicken. The chicken is truth.
Wow, okay, chicken's truth. I better write that one down because, well, XMG, they're the ones that need truth. They're the ones that need the chicken power right now.
Okay.
1-11, they are struggling, really struggling. And this is a great play, really changing it up, pushing all the way down middle. They've got the bomb. PNX has pushed out and got himself some great damage as well as a kill. Devilwalk gets 2 though. So big play from Devilwalk, but there's PNX finally silencing Flusher on that banana area. And a 2 plays 1. They have to convert this, they really do. If Olivmeister wins this clutch, it's it's just still looking really bad for them. But this is their chance to get around on the board. And it'd be a real shame for them if they weren't able to come.
Oh, okay. Well, Olivmeister managed to sneak out with the bomb, but okay, I say sneak out. He managed to get the bomb seemingly without being noticed. Had actually been discovered.
But they knew where it was, so they had that under control. I hope, anyway. Well, they got the frag in the end, so they get the round. But that's going to shatter their economy, so that might be a bit of a bad thing in disguise. If they have to win this round, in other words. If they lose this one, the bank's going to be completely shattered. So a must-win round again.
Yeah, win the round or go bust in more ways than one. They are leading the rounds in this half, and they'd have to eco another 2 times probably to get anything good for themselves to finish that last round off. So let's see if they can get anything. Fnatic actually respecting them a little bit right now and not playing quite as ham as they have done on previous occasions. I have in mind Olofmeister's solo push up to mid. PNX actually is going to be the one taking the first kill, and MSL takes the second. So now actually looking very, very good in a 3-on-5 for Fnatic.
Yeah, nice little bit of aggression. CT aggression at the early start of the rounds can be good if it's done well, and then they go back to the passive setups, and that's where we're at now. So here comes the push from Fnatic onto the archway, and the setup is passive enough that it's going to allow rotate without giving away any bodies, and they've got the information. A nice pop flash for Kev is going to get him the frag, but answered back immediately by the Wonder Child, JW, and now 4 versus 2 situation. The in-game leader Pronax is going to be taking point with his teammate JW, but they both throw up in quick succession. XMG do pick up that crucial consecutive round, so their money's going to be okay. Of course, they've still got the guns, and this is the last round and a half. So 3-11 is horrendous. 4-11 is very, very bad, but it's a lot better than 3 because it gives you that 1 round extra cushion if they lose the pistol. So the Danes will seriously want to pick up this one and then kind of just forget about this half and think about Terrorist Inferno and see what they can do. But Fnatic already with 11 rounds, they're in a very commanding.
Think terrorist thoughts, XMG, although not quite now because Flusher is the terrorist they need to deal with, and actually that is not the major concern for them because the push up top of mid is going to be good. Fnatic have taken down 2 already overall, and it's going to be a push on towards A. Stopping quickly just to take one down near CT. Devilwalk is... Did he just... Wait, where is PNX? I am confused, but I don't think anyone can see him. Okay, because Did Devilwalk just walk past him then?
I don't know.
I might be going mad. Don't worry, it doesn't matter. He's likely not long for this world, although you never know. Clutch has happened before. Hunden is not going to be the one to start it off, and not going to happen.
Yeah, nice job from Pronax there. 12-3, not a great scoreline if you're sporting XMG in this one, or for that matter, an even game, because 12 rounds on the terrorist side pretty much means I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be a realist, but it almost means game over. It's just such a mountainous task now for XMG, and of course that task will start with the pistol round. So if you're just joining us, welcome. This is the Hitbox CS Arena Championship. My name's Jono, and tonight with me in this best of 3 is Spuddington. So here we are into the second half of the second map. XMG picking up the first, surprisingly. So with a chance to win it in 2, but it's not looking likely as Fnatic now only need 4 rounds on the easiest side of it.
All you gotta do is land your headshots, though. JW, however, is the one landing headshots right now. Will not be returned fire on. Kev lemmings up towards them and falls down a hole called Bullet. So, That's not the best start there for XMG. With no pistol around, they're going to be forced to go for an eco, and Fnatic going with the Swag 7 and the P90 are looking very, very good for this. But XMG start the round off by being cut down a man.
Yeah, ideal, right?
Oh no,
really,
it's the best strategy.
Yeah. Well, at this point, really, they're probably just thinking about Mirage. I think it is. Dinner.
Oh,
No, there's
Mirage,
another,
yes,
man.
that too.
Yeah, Mirage. So, dinner's after that. It's, we're gonna get the third map. That's kind of what we wanted, and even for it to go to a third map, I've got to respect XMG. This performance on Inferno is one to remember. Sorry, one to forget. Exactly the opposite of what I meant. But Overpass winning that was a good job. It was a close game and it was exciting, but this one has been a lot more one-sided and a lot more expected, I would say, as Fnatic were runners-up in the biggest CS tournament to date. They are one of the best teams in the world. XMG, not so much. I mean, they are pushing to be top tier, but they're not really there, if you know what I mean. They've got work to do. They've got to work out where they really stand in the scene and practice a lot more to get up there. So, it's kind of expected, but it's always a shame to see a one-sided game. 14 rounds on the board for Fnatic now. They are on the CT side of Inferno, of course, the easiest side. Now they just need 2. Can the Danes do it? Can they surprise everybody here watching? Or is it going to be match point and probably game for Fnatic as they have?
A very, very good chance of winning out here, I suspect. Although, hang on a minute here. XMG are starting this round off pretty well for themselves. It's now a 3-on-2. We've seen a few kills going down, but Fnatic have the control of the bomb. And everyone from XMG is coming from the same direction. They've actually smoked further on to try and get that bomb back. Kev will be able to take that and walk out fairly safely. And Olafmeister has actually sprayed so much into the smoke, he's now running short on bullets, so that could actually be a problem for Fnatic.
Maybe we'll have to see. Oh, what are they doing? I was going to say what they're going to do with this advantage, but they just sit there and Olafmeister gets the frag. But no, they do get the return, so it's a 1-on-2 now. And actually, Flusher had already rotated off, so yeah, they do bring it back to a winnable position. I would have just suggested rotating straight away, but they decided to sit there, and it could have turned out nastily because Olafmeister did get back in without getting fragged, but they did get the frag in the end, and they should be able to take down Flusher. No, they don't. So it's a 1-on-1. Tensky now versus Flusher. Flusher is pretty tagged up, so Tensky's got still a very good chance of doing this one. Flusher playing it patiently, but Tensky gets the shot by a whisker though. Flusher did shoot first, and Tensky was dinked, but he had the Kevlar and the helmet, which was a saving grace there. Had he not had a helmet, it would have been match point and probably game, so smallest of margins, but by a whisker, clinging on by a thread, the Danes do extend their life on this map. And 14-4 is now the scoreline. Both teams bought up. Fnatic with the force buy. So XMG actually with a chance to possibly get 2 if they can get.
Fnatic definitely do like their force buys. It's a bit of an odd choice here going with the CZ as well. Although it can very often do just as well. They are going to be taking down a lot of men here from XMG. And now it's actually just going to be down to PNX and Tensky trying to keep themselves in the tournament, trying to keep themselves in the map at the very, very least. PNX will actually start it off, getting 1, but drops to Olafmeister. And 15 rounds to Fnatic. XMG need 11 on the trot.
Yeah, that's exactly what they need, and that's a lot, right? When you say it out loud, it just almost sounds impossible. By the way, Devil walks on 20-10, so good job from him, honestly. Standing in, where he's normally standing up behind the players on the stage, because he's the coach. He's not actually in the core 5, and he's playing very, very well. As Flusher gets 2 frags, it's signaling alarm bells. This could be the end of Inferno as Flusher gets another one. That could just be the last nail in the coffin. As actually Tensky has a chance to take down Pronax, and he does. That brings it to a 2-on-2. They could still be in this one by a whisker. Tight situation, but XMG was certainly with a chance of picking up this round. I thought it was almost over as Flusher got those frags, but they somehow have made the entrance, and now it's a 2-on-2 retake situation. So let's see if Fnatic are going to win it right here. or are the Danes going to prolong their life just another round and pick up this situation? Devilwalk taking point, gets taken out by PNX. Now, olofmeister in a very tricky position as they both know where he is. He's going to spray through the box, gets the frag. PNX is challenging an awful lot, but that's because the bomb timer, yes, has run out. And olofmeister survives, PNX doesn't, but another round on the board for XMG is going to give them at least 5. So at the moment, they're just fighting they're fighting for dignity, really. I'd say they just want to get a few more rounds on the board, make it look a bit more respectable. If they can get to like 11 or 10, then we get excited, but it's not very likely. But Fnatic on an eco, so we could see another round here for the Danes. But yeah, I think it's just a case of delaying the inevitable, probably. Correct.
Yeah, most likely, as you say. MSL is going to be the one to try and make things happen for XMG, though, but he's not going to do that if he can't see a damn thing. And Pronax is actually not going to be able to return fire, and MSL will take down that kill. So 2 down, 3 to go, or just plant the bomb, whichever one works for you. XMG, they've got many options, all of 2, or potentially 3 if you count the other bomb site. Tensky takes down JW. It looks like for now they're going to be heading out, looking towards the top of mid, and in fact, olofmeister will return a kill, but Balcony says no. Flusher is the last man. He's dead. Not likely.
No, but if you could get frags here and make it expensive, then that's definitely a good thing to do, because they need 1 round. They've ecoed already, and XMG, they need a lot of rounds. So money is important for them. They're going to have to build a bank to have any chance of doing this. So every single frag Fnatic can get in these close rounds are crucial. And look at that, every member is on around 3k, so that's exactly what I'm talking about. The money is not great, and that's going to really make things quite tricky for them. So Fnatic, with 1 round still, they're gonna do the sensible thing. They're gonna eco again and build up that bank, and then they can equip themselves fully, get those AWPs, get those Scar 20s, whatever they want to buy. And look at this, fast push down middle, and it's been perfectly anti-stratted by XMG, who was just rushing banana, and the smoke is gonna pay dividends against them. That was a CT smoke, I think, and MSL just using it to his advantage, getting 2 frags. 4 plays 2. Expect to see 7th round going away of XMG, and I'm not going to get excited yet, but they are winning rounds, and that's what they need.
Yeah, if only they could have gotten a few rounds like these, they might not have had to deal with the train rolling down the tracks. And JW now is actually going to be hooking out towards the site. Will he get caught out by PNX? It's looking very likely, and it will happen. The only one left is going to drop as well, and that is the 7th round. It's gone the way of XMG. They're starting to build up a little bit of a bank, so not that they've actually got much to play with, but or rounds-wise, but you know, potentially they're not going to be starved for weapons, even if they have an expensive round here.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. We've always got to remember this. It's not over till it's over, especially as casters. Our job is to remember that fact, so it's not over, people, and the comeback could be real. I'd like to see something of a closer game. We really would make great viewing. And Devilwalk's just pushing out apps. Really interesting play, a bit of a weird one. I'm not sure why he did that. Just gave away his life. Flusher and JW also very tagged up. This is a big round. Fnatic have bought up. They've invested a lot into this. If XMG could pick it up, I don't think it would force the eco, but the money would obviously take a bashing, and that would give them every chance of picking up the round following. So XMG, yeah, they're still in it. 5 versus 4. JW makes that a 4 versus 4 though with his aggressive abs play, something he's become famous for, and he actually foots PNX, so it does great damage. But as I say, Flusher and JW both tagged. Oh, the rotate of death. If XMG push in this B-bomb site, could be lights out. This could be game, and that's what they're doing. So let's see if the 3-man hold will be enough. It's highly
unlikely. Kev is the last man, and he drops. So that is going to be Fnatic taking the map and potentially moving on. Well, okay. Now we're going to be moving on to the 3rd map. So it's going to be Mirage next, I believe. Fnatic looking very, very strong going into it. XMG need to reset, get themselves back into the mindset they had on Overpass, and we'll see if they can actually pull themselves back in order to try and give Fnatic a little bit more of a challenge because that last one looked really, really very comfortable for them.
It did, and let's remember they started on the terrace side, which is supposedly the harder side. I say supposedly, it is. It's fact. It's the harder side, and they got 12 rounds on the board. So they kind of ran over their opposition there on Inferno. As you say, we are going to go to Mirage and we are going to go to a quick break. But before we do, just remember, if you haven't already followed the channel, if you want to do that, you might just win an M4A4 Asimov. That's going to be given away tomorrow. So just make an account and click follow on the stream. And also, we're going to be doing a subscriber only giveaway, and that's going to be exactly the same gun, same time. Basically the same thing, but it's just for subscribers. So you have to subscribe, and there's a very good chance of you winning that because there aren't many subscribers.